Welcome back, Wolfpack Verillas here. Merry Christmas! Here's a Ninjask strategy. So when we look at Ninjask, that's a good amount of speed for our Pokemon. 160 base speed. This Pokemon's going places, and this Pokemon is going places fast. It's going to get there on time, no matter what. Looking at the rest of its stats though, not much is working out for it. Low hit points, low defenses, no special attack, but the 90 attack isn't terrible. That, you know, if you put the right amount of investment into it, you can actually get that 90 attack to work, as well as that 160 speed. Again, it's typing, it's a bug flying typing. It's going to have a lot of weaknesses, but if we're looking at a Pokemon with a higher speed, it's generally going to be a very frail Pokemon, so it doesn't want to get hit. It wants to stay as far away from getting hit as possible, and that's why, you know, with the typing, you're just going to see flying, rock, fire, electric, and ice weaknesses, but you do get some resistances with fighting, bug, and grass. So you can actually bring it in to switch in on like fighting and bug type and grass type Pokemon really well as your ground, because you're immune to that. But let's figure out what to do with this Pokemon in Pokemon Showdown. So when we look at this, the idea is there's a couple ways that you can run Ninjask. It's going to be about Speed Boost, and it's going to be about Baton Pass for pretty much any way that you're going to run it. Now the thing is, Ninjask used to be a very popular Pokemon, but with Scolipede getting Speed Boost, it started to drop off because Scolipede has a bit more durability and a bit more reliability. Ninjask, it's a speedy Pokemon with Speed Boost. It doesn't really make too much sense if it already outspeeds 90% of the other Pokemon out there, if not 95%. It has one of the top 10 speeds in the game, which is kind of insane. So when we look at the other things that this thing can do, the idea is Focus Sash. You set up a Swords Dance, Focus Sash procs, you Baton Pass 2 Speed Boost, and now you're putting +2 speed, +2 attack into pretty much any Pokemon you choose. Now you can also get more out of this potentially, that, you know, if you're leading with Ninjask and they're trying to do a Stealth Rock, or they're trying to get some kind of setup for themselves, that could turn into extra Swords Dances, which means that Ninjask can actually fight for itself. You put this Pokemon at a +3 with +4 with an Adamant Nature, that's 3 times the attack, throwing a pretty strong X-Scissor. That will one-hit KO a Mega Kangaskhan. Now, obviously Mega Kangaskhan can Sucker Punch you and like one-hit KO you kind of idea, but the idea is like that's how much damage this Pokemon puts out, that it can get a lot of neutral effective KOs from that +4 on the Swords Dance. So if you can find a way to set that up, you at least have options that you can either Baton Pass it out or try to score some KOs for yourself as long as you don't feel that priority coming. And that's kind of the idea. You just protect when you feel you need to, let that Speed Boost go, and then Baton Pass it, and let another Pokemon be strong. And then there's also a couple other ways that we can like look at Ninjask, that you can try to put as much bulk into it as possible. That if you max out the hit points, max out the defense, and then just go for whatever speed you can with the rest of it, it's going to be alright. Now, the reason that I have the hit points the way they are is because with these EVs, you're going to be at 167 hit points. You're actually not going to be divisible by 4, which means you're actually going to be able to substitute multiple times while getting the most back from your leftovers after the heal. It's complicated math stuff. So the idea is like this is going to buy you 5 substitutes. So you can use substitute 4 times, and depending on how you're using it, it's going to like just give you as many substitute options as possible. From there, you want to pretty much substitute. If they're using status or setup, you're going to keep your substitute and you hide behind it using Swords Dance, you protect to let the leftovers heal, and you can stay behind substitute for a while. Like with this, you're going to be able to get +4, +5, even +6 on that Speed Boost, but you're really only going to be able to Baton Pass. So you might want to look into Baton Passing into a tankier, slower Pokemon that can really make use of the stats. And other than that, try to endure some extra hits. As long as they don't hit you with special attack, you might be alright. And that's Ninjask. Like, there are some really cool dynamics that you can get with this fast Pokemon that, you know, you protect, you get that speed boost with this. With this, you can just outspeed naturally. 419 speed at level 100 without even having a Jolly Nature, you're going to have a good amount of outspeeds. I believe that's 135 base. So yeah, when you look at it like this, you're actually outspeeding 140 base speed Pokemon like Mega Mewtwo-Y. And then if we drop down to level 50, you know, this Pokemon has a timid nature, so it's going to have the speedy nature. This doesn't even have the speedy nature, and you're still going to be able to outspeed it while being adamant. So this just like lets you lead off really strong and have that outspeed, and then it just kind of goes insane from there. If you can get that extra Swords Dance opportunity, you can really turn it into something big. And then we also, like I said, we just have regular Ninjask, going to try to bulk up and going to try to endure. So that's how you use Ninjask. It can really set up some really good plays for your team. That my friend, he used to put it into a Tyranitar, and that got pretty strong. So I mean, you can find a Pokemon that would like to have a little bit of speed. It's like giving free Dragon Dances in a way, if you think about that. If you're going +2 attack, +2 speed, and you're doing it with relative safely, you know, a bulky Pokemon that would love those stats, is going to take those and potentially go 6-0 with him. So if you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a nice day.